I wasn't done.
Oh.
What are you bouncing for? There's no music. Oh, wait.
No, I don't want that on video.
I think you did a good one. Now you made me screwed up.
No. I don't want that. I don't want that. Ew. I don't know if it's filming. Ew. You're gross. I forgot the term. What's it called? Say it again. Porco what?
Porco maiales quiposo.
That's my husband. Porco maiales
Welch's
quiposo.
to start your day.
Ew.
Too many little guys. Huh? I know, so put it here.
Battle wounds.
Squirrel, piggy squirrel. Mom, it's not on. The red light's not on.
It doesn't come on, it's got tape on it.
Jack. No, right there.
Come on, just put that on the seat.
The red light's right there. You're not filming.
Stop it, I am too. This is our community pool.
Yeah, get him on the digital video thing, and we can email it to his dad.
Okay.
I'll picture of me drowning him.
This is where all the houses that you see here can come here and go swimming. There's my gorgeous husband. Manueli, Brent. Oh. And there's Anthony. Playing American football.
I thought it was going to be a whole scene where the hillbillies attack. So the one guy shoots up in the mountain, it's never this long shot bird feet off right away. Yeah, but it's not like, well, I know that. That'd be hellacious. You're like, hey boy, like the way they look at moon G's.
Might have cute him. Hey, look at that there. She's got one of their newfangled video television cameras. Want to make some homemade movies? We can make stars.
Our good friends are leaving. Shayna, you'll miss him. There's Matthew. I don't know.
What is that? I'm doing this. Those are dirty chicks out of there. What?
The three beach midgets.
Huh?
So the three beach midgets. Stanley, want to say something to the camera?
Up to our knees and we like lean back like that.
What? You? No, you. And I'll film it. No, that's alright. It'll be fun, just run. Lose your sweatshirt so you can run fast. This is going to be good.
That was not funny. It wasn't funny at all.
Yes, it was.
Why am I...
What are they doing?
Look at this Christmas house.
You're lucky to be alive. You're lucky they didn't come after you.
They're concentrating on their art. Gosh, Anthony. Huge.
His dreams.
Brent, what's wrong with yours? It's tiny.
Look at those monsters.
Look at Anthony's.
Let me get. This is so disgusting.
Oh, God, it's broken.
Shayna, this is rated R.
Rated X.
Rated X. Oh my God! Look at how lovingly he corrects.
Look at it. Oh my God.
You treat it with such care.
I don't want to break it. Look.
Oh my God.
Watch it. His balls are so perfect.
I know, his movement is all smooth. These little girls think that they were octopuses. They asked them what their long things were, and my mom made them crush them because these are little girls, and they're gonna go after their parents, and we're gonna get in trouble. They're sad that they had to ruin their work of art. Oh my goodness! I think she likes it. And now she likes Anthony. They don't believe him. They're trying to help him get unburied, but they don't want to be unburied. So it's kind of a war.
Dude, what's your problem?
They're unburying and they're reburying.
Not bad.
I'm Maria. All these friends.
Ray!
Not his friend. Someone else's friend. I don't like
That was
that.
the
Doesn't like the
Come
bunny.
on, Joe, get out! Alright girls, come on, you need to closer. Let's go. Get out!
Oh my God.
I know it. Right here. Amanda, Kelly, and Amelia, let's go. But we gotta find their way. Well, you know what? But we can't see you. You guys have to stay down there by everybody else. We'll stay back here then. No, I want you back here first. Let's go. Kelly, let's go. But then we're never gonna find the new place. Kelly, do you hear me talking to you? Thank you. Amelia, do you hear me talking to you? Amanda, want me to bury you? Okay. Amelia.
That was so uncool.
Earth is surprisingly brown, and we're scared to go in. What is that? Hi. Deep into their conversation. Hi.
You know we're just gonna stand all over
Okay.
ourselves?
Fine. Do that way. I'll leave. Just kidding.
Sea goose! Trash digger! It's a herd of goose. It's trash digger.
Hey, now put food on their heads so the seagulls come and peck it off. I'll do that. I'll throw a bunch of food around.
He has like a trash can lid. Oh, wait, no. Next person walks by, we should say, hey, we're standing up.
Okay, hey, Shayna, move out and I'll put some food by here and the seagulls will come.
Keep burying it.
I'm not done. I don't make a level.
Okay. Well, you don't want to squish them so they can't breathe.
Yeah, I do.
Don't move your head, Brent. Somebody must have moved.
I'm afraid they're gonna poop on me.
Don't move. Oh, you got these people coming right here. Don't move.
Don't move, they're coming. Don't move.
When one gets brave, they all get brave because they don't want the other one to get.
Zombies from the dead.
Ow! Is it on?
Ow! Yeah, it is.
Oh, that hurt so bad.
I have 10,000 gallons on my bladder.
Why do you think it's not on?
I can. Ow!
Looks like he's being born.
My
a
leg's
giant
so
grunion.
stuck, I can't move this one in right here. Oh, my ass. Ow. Watch this. My leg's gonna break, I swear. My arm. I'm talking, I'm doing it with my thumb. I'm your thumb and bringing my hand.
Come on, get out. The ocean's coming in. The water's gonna hit your face.
I took out my thumb. My hands are messy. Do this, do your hands around like this. Yeah. Once you get out, I can get out. Because my arm's stuck in. I can't get my leg out here. I took out my thumb. Yeah, I'll take you out. Hey, that's not. Ow! That's my ring. Okay. Oh, my leg. I'm almost out, guys. Ow! Stop! Ow! My knee. Wow. Oh, I'm getting out. I got that arm out. What? No, you're not.
What did he say?
Nothing.
And he said, it's almost out. And that's what she said. Oh! I'm so cold now.
Ryan, go pour a bucket of water.
No! Look at this. I can't eat like this.
Just get a towel and brush it off.
My butt, my whole body's covered. Look, I can punch you in the face and you can't nothing about that when I get out. What?
You shiver right above your... It goes...
Let's go. Oh!
Come on, Anthony.
Oh!
The little baby turtle.
Don't hit my knee here. Come on. Oh!
Friend.
I didn't do it hard. Oh my god. Whoa.
Anthony, come on, get out.
Looks funny. Look at you wearing a sandy shirt. It's going up to your neck. Man, I've never been this cold. It says hi.
Look at this eye.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Like the Exorcist, man.
Help me. Oh.
Look, Mom.
What is that?
Says pick me, I'm a loser.
Do a 100 beats are.
It's not cold out here. Dude, now you have a red high.
Check it out.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Stand up, you can do it.
Look at it. Look.
The Exorcist.
I would not want to talk to you. That explains your hairprint. No, I'm not going to get that.
Keep going. You grab a towel and rub it off. Don't get all wet, guys. Get in the car. gosh, they're huge.
Trying to play dead. Look at him. Look at his little straw thing sucking up stuff. See his antennas where his eyes are?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it back in the bucket.
Ooh.
See See what's he doing?
I don't know.
He's trying to sting me. Watch. I think. Right. Watch. Take off. Stop filming. They're like the ultimate digging machine.
Yeah, they are. They're fast, too.
Watch when I put him in this bucket. Watch.
I love him. He's all mine.
Watch how fast he
Oh,
digs.
mine.
Watch it. The ultimate digging machine.
Bucket.
Yeah, they do.
Film those guys.
They're so big.
Ooh, a crash.
What?
Almost a
Oh.
crash right there with his face. Film that. It's the start of a new one. Sure.
Four of them died. I forget who the other one was, but anyhow, it's in the family that this, within a couple of months, somebody died.
Really?
Yeah, I was celebrating my 90th birthday. Oh, brother.
And how old are you right now?
90 and a half.
90 and a half. Wow.
Still even hungry.
No, okay, now I'm rolling. So what do you want to say to your great-great-grandchildren that aren't here yet?
What I want to say to my great,
Right.
got three greats.
Yes, your three great-grandchildren that aren't
What I
here.
want to say to them, just grow up as beautiful as your parents and be as nice a human being as they are and were while I was alive. And they were very loving and it was a pleasure to be around there with them. And I sure was lucky that I was able to live to 90 where I had a chance to see my great-grandchildren. Because a lot of people are lucky to see even a grandchild, let alone a great one. And I don't know how great these grandchildren are now. How about it, Anthony?
Let's take a look at them.
Anthony sitting here.
Brent?
Your blonde hair, Anthony. That's what see what Uncle Anthony look like. After you're going to be an uncle, you know that?
Well, he's Brent.
Huh?
That's Brent.
Brent, all right. Okay, Brent.
And he shocks great grandpa with his blonde hair.
Yeah, you can show,
And here's Anthony.
your nephews and nieces that you had blonde hair instead of red hair. But it wasn't your fault. That's the way it grew, tell them.
So, Grandpa,
So I'm very, very satisfied living this long that I have been blessed to see the beautiful family that I have, and especially my grandson Michael, who I admire very much. He turned out to be a very, very fine person, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for the beautiful family that he's raised, and I'm especially thankful for his beautiful wife, Jessie. I don't know how such a beautiful girl ever married a guy like Michael there. But anyhow, he's my grandson.
there she is.
I just overlook it. But I'm just happy that Michael's got that beautiful Jessie for his wife.
Well, Mike's happy too.
And so it's just that. Well, as far as saying too much, only when you get to be this age, the only thing you can find yourself saying, if you start talking about what has been, what you experienced, what you went through. So therefore, as far as something new at this age, I don't get around because my body has taken a beating for 90-some years. Will be 91 in another 6 months. In the meantime, you can't get around as much. You're glad to sit down at times and just take a rest, not be bothered. But I'm very happy to have had such beautiful kids, and especially my son Mort and his beautiful wife Jean, who were very, very big help, great help. And in the meantime, too. So, well, what more can I say? Because as far as, we Weisses are noted for talking. We always like to say, oh, the Weisses like to talk. Because when we can't talk, there's something wrong with the Weisses. Is that right, Fred?
Well, let me ask you some questions. What was the most memorable experience of your whole life?
Oh, listen, if I was living for 20 years, I could tell you. I mean, look, from 1932 to 2001, that's what? That's 69, 11, 9, 10, that's 69 years. I've had a lot of beautiful, beautiful days of my life, and I've had some sad days too.
Do you have any regrets?
Regrets, as you live this long, you'll always have some regrets, but you live with those regrets. Maybe that way, I don't know, maybe it was meant to be that way, who knows. But anyhow, thank God, it all worked out okay for me. Even my mother, which would be your great grandmother, my mother, she used to always say, in life everybody has, beautiful days. That's a nice day. So at least thank God if you have some, if you have nice days. So the days aren't so nice, you can learn to live with them with the memories of your nice days that you've had. Come out and say, oh yeah, I remember this day. I can remember a number of them. I can remember a lot of beautiful things.
Well, what was the most interesting period that you experienced in terms of the world in general? The world, the whole politics, events?
Anybody who could answer that question there within a month or two is telling you the truth. Because I saw all the greatest achievements and advancement in this world since the year 1900. Because after all, when you stop and think what all has come to pass, what man has come up with, if anybody would have told me that, I would have said, it's impossible. How could you? But I'll tell you, we have a lot of smart people in this world, and we have a lot of people who worked hard, who made it all possible. So there are a lot of, like I told you, Michael, I could go on and on about, you know, what was impressed me the most. The biggest thing, though, I'll always say is medical science, medical treatment, what has happened, what man can do with man and with everything. And that's why people live longer. That's why I've lived to this age, too. After all, I had my times with doctors, but after all, but thank goodness they were never severe or serious ones. So I'm very happy for whatever experience I have with doctors. I think it made my life possible to live to this age.
What year were you born?
Huh?
What year were you born?
February the 18th, 1911.
Wow.
Right in McKeesport, Pennsylvania, to Z. Louis Weiss and Dora Weiss N-E-E Friedman, F-R-I-E-D-M-A-N. That was my mother's maiden name, Friedman. My father's name was Weiss.
And where was your mother's mother from?
My mother's brother?
Your grandmother.
Heck, my mother herself was born in Austria-Hungary. See, before World War I, after all, Austria it was a country by itself, Hungary by itself, and Czechoslovakia a country by itself. But after World War I, since they lost, they sided with the Germans against the Allies, which was the United States, Britain, and France. So here, this way, they, after they lost the war, so see, at that time, Austria-Hungary was a nation by itself. It was controlled by an emperor. At that time, his name was Franz Joseph, F-R-A-N-Z, Joseph, J-O-S-E-P-H. So after the war, actually, they kicked him out. Although I think he might have even died because he was a very good man, a good emperor, and so this way they became separate countries. Austria a country by itself, Hungary a country by itself, Czechoslovakia a country by itself. So therefore, but they've all been pretty good. And my father was born in Hungary, Austria-Hungary. See, that was right next to, Austria-Hungary. I think he was born more or less in Hungary, which was a country by itself. And so therefore, he came from Hungary about 1904. My mother came to Austria-Hungary about 1907 to a town called McKeesport, Pennsylvania. That's southwest of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. That's where we were all born and raised there.
Well, let's go back just a little bit before that, before we get to Pennsylvania. What language did your grandparents speak?
Huh?
What language did your grandparents speak?
What language did they use?
Yes.
Well, in Austria-Hungary, they spoke Hungarian, they spoke Slavic, and Hungarian. They spoke about 3 different languages.
Now, who was the person that was involved with sunflower seeds? Who was raising sunflower seeds in Europe?
Oh, that's my grandfather.
That was your dad's
My
dad?
dad's father. Yeah, he was making the oil out of that. So
Where at?
and he did very well.
Where was that?
That wasn't later on. It was called Austria-Hungary before the war was. And then it became Czechoslovakia after the war. So this way my mother came from Czechoslovakia.
Do you know the name of the town?
Kusnice, K-U-S-N-I-C-E.
That's where your father was from?
And my father was born in Hungary, a town called Tekehaz, T-E-K-E-H-A-Z, which was on the Tisa River in that area, Tisa. T-I-S-A is the river, which was the big river near his town. As a matter of fact, my father lost his stepbrother and he got drowned there when he was young down in that Tisa River.
Is that near where the sunflower seed?
Huh?
Is that where the sunflower seed farm was? Was
yeah,
it?
in Texas.
Wow.
I mean, like I say, I can go on and on, but
Well, what year did your mother and father come to the United States?
1904,
And how did they get here?
they got here the hard way.
They swam?
No, they were what's called immigrants on the ship. They landed at Ellis Island, is where they got their citizenship. You had to become a citizen of the United States to get in.
Do you know what ship they came over on?
No,
Now, what was their name when they got here? Did they keep the same name or was it changed?
same name. My father's name was Zelman, Z-E-L-M-A-N, Louis Weiss. See, Zelman is a very popular Hungarian name, like in American, George and John. In Hungary, Zelman, well, he's called Zelman, you know. So that's he had a popular Hungarian name, like you have a popular American name, like Anthony or Francis or something like that.
Yeah.
And then my mother, too, she came over here, and well,
What was her name?
her name was Dora Friedman, F-R-I-E-D-M-A-N, Dora Friedman. Her parents, my mother's parents, lived and died in Czechoslovakia. They were killed in Hitler's Holocaust in the 1940s. My father's father died, though, in 1932, so therefore he didn't get a chance to be involved with that bastard.
So now let me make sure I have it right. Your mother's, I want to make sure I have it correct. Your mother's parents were killed in Nazi Germany?
Yeah, the Holocaust.
Do you know where?
The camp was called Auschwitz.
Oh,
And my father's mother died. My father was born in childbirth.
And
So
she
my
died.
father her name was Ethel. So, but her last name was Brown, B-R-A-U-N. That was her maiden name. And so this was my father never knew his mother because she died there when he was born. Although he had, although my grandfather remarried, his father remarried. In the meantime, he had stepbrothers and stepsisters. Well, that's a long story. I'm not going into all that because I can keep you this all day, all that one.
Well, it's important, though, for the record, that we talk about the ones who died in Nazi Germany because we don't ever want to forget that.
Oh.
And in the years to come, their children are going to want to know that. So, do you know any of the details of how did they become taken to the camps? Were they...
That's what we read in the papers after the war. They just came and took everything away from it and packed them up in cattle cars.
And nobody ever saw them again?
Never saw them again. See, about my father's family, we never heard too much. There weren't too many left there, so therefore they must all been killed by the Nazis, by Hitler. They were the killed the camps.
Now, how many family members actually died in the camps?
I don't know. See, we lost track of them all. Although I had an uncle who, well, one of my father's stepbrothers, made it from the camps, and he came back to the United States, where he remarried another woman who was in the camp. He lost his wife in the camp. They got married. He had a son who they lived in Florida. The son was named James Jimmy Weiss. We called him James. He became an ophthalmologist down there around Miami there somewhere. He still must be there because we know how it is. We lost track of all of it.
Now,
So I have cousins around that I don't even know about.
now in your mother and father had 13 children.
My father and mother had 14 children. The 13th one died in childbirth. He was a little boy. If he had lived, I'd have had another brother.
Now, are you the youngest?
Huh?
Are you the youngest?
Right now, I'm the oldest. My brothers are dead, my 3 brothers. My oldest sister's dead, my oldest brother's dead. I'm third in the line. So I'm here. And my youngest sister, the baby sister, she died about 10 years ago. She had cancer of the liver.
Mm.
So here, I'm the oldest one of the immediate family. I have, instead of 9 sisters, I have 7 sisters who are still living.
Now, when World War II came along, how many of your family went in to fight the war?
My older brother, my brother after me, and my younger brother.
Were they all Marines?
Huh?
Were they all Marines?
Oh, no. My older brother was in the Army, you know, and meantime, too, he was finally at the final end of before end of the war. He was already in the Philippines, where the U.S. Army was getting ready to invade Japan. And actually dropping the atomic bombs, which I think will be today. It's an anniversary of tomorrow that they dropped these atomic bombs.
What was his name?
Huh?
What was his name?
His name was Milton.
Milton. Now, who?
Bernard Weiss.
And who was in the Marines? Was that
Next was my
Morris?
brother called David Weiss. He was a professor of law. He was a lawyer at the University of Florida. He was a law professor. He had the best reputation there. Everybody wanted to get in his class. And then he was in the Army. And in the meantime, too, he served all through with the Army going through the Battle of the Bulge and everything like that. So he was right in there with them. And the other brother was with the Marines. He's the one who saw it all.
Wasn't he?
Guadalcanal.
Right, Guadalcanal.
He was in the invasion of Guadalcanal.
And what was his name?
Huh?
What was his name?
Morris, Morris. He was the youngest brother.
They all survived the war.
All survived, thank God. The reason I didn't get in drafted, I came close. See, if every group had they had draft boards in every city. So I was in the draft board. It was there, and if I knew the fella, and he told me, Sid, as long as you and I was a pre-Pearl Harbor father. If they, pre-Pearl Harbor father, they weren't drafting yet. See, that was before the war even began, but they knew damn well they were going to get into it because the way, Hitler was acting up, they knew it had to come to a war. So here, this way, he told me as long as he has fellows who aren't pre-Pearl Harbor fathers, he and I won't be called. So all through the war, I was lucky. I wasn't called, but I stayed home. And I ran the business of the service station to keep going, so the family was able to keep going everything. So I took care of that. In fact, my being there helped save the family too. Because remember, I had 8 sisters back there, their families.
Now that was a service station, but that was a service station.
Right.
Now who had the meat shop? Was that your father? Did your father have a butcher shop?
Oh, he was a butcher, grocer. See, and now another thing too, out of my sisters, I had, let's see, one brother-in-law who was in the Army. He served with, with Montgomery, his Army, the American Army was united with Montgomery's Army against the German Army in Northern Africa.
Yeah, Rommel's army. Rommel was in charge of that in North Africa.
So he was in that army that fought Rommel in the desert. Although he had some stories to tell.
So was he was a tanker, I bet.
No, huh?
Was he driving a tank?
No, tank hell. They needed guys who could hide behind bushes and so on like that. And so the Germans didn't know where they were. And then all that heat, just imagine fighting. But after the war, he came home. 5 years later, he got a cancer of the brain, and he died. Isn't that something? After going through all that hell, he gets to get that. And then another brother-in-law who was drafted already, and he was they were getting ready to ship him out to Lord knows where. So there were about, there were about 8 of us in our family who were in the services of the Army. So we had a pretty good representation. And I was saved by being the pre-Pearl Harbor father. But whatever 1945, that was whenever the Battle of the Bulge broke out. That was a nasty war. We lost a lot of boys there. So here, my draft board, I get a 1A card from him. I says, hey, what's the 1A card? He says, we're having trouble with that Battle of the Bulge. We need more men. I said, oh, here I go. Because the Battle of the Bulge, the days were so foggy and so bad that our airplanes could fly over and drop supplies to the boys in the field who needed guns and equipment and everything, but they couldn't get any of that because this way the airplanes could fly and drop that supplies to them. So he says, but we're going to have to send a lot of guys over there. Well, I got there on in March, too. He says, so start straightening out all your programs and everything, because sure enough, he says, both you and I, we're going maybe next month in May or so on. Thank God in April, remember the Russians, they came in, and Americans came in there too. They defeated the Germans, and they knocked the hell out of the bastards. Hitler committed suicide then. So then he says to me, Sid, the war's over for you. We ain't going. They don't need us. I said, it's going to be too bad if we had to go. But then again, I'll tell you, I came damn close. I still have my 1A card yet.
Do you remember what you were doing on the day Pearl Harbor was attacked?
Very, very well. It was a nice, beautiful, warm winter day, but the sun was warm. And I was working in a service station, running our big station, because, see, I used to run, we had two stations. I ran one of them, but my brother ran our water one, a big one. So therefore, he was drafted, by Brother Milton. The one that was later on, it was in the Philippines, getting ready, for the invasion of Japan, which America would have lost a lot of boys, but they had a fight, because the Japanese were fighting to the bitter end, kamikaze planes crashing down purposely on our ships, bombing them and trying to blow them up and everything. And so thank God that came to pass, that we didn't have to go through all that. So he was drafted because he was married, but I was. He married a couple of years later, but he wasn't a pre-Pearl Harbor father, see? So therefore, his board drafted him, although they should have done it the best.
Well, now, what were you doing on the day of the attack? You were working at the gas station on the day they attacked?
I was working at the gas station. I was out there. It was a Sunday afternoon, a nice Sunday afternoon, but it was nice and cool. It was my brother's day off, my older brother, so he and I worked alternately running the station. That was our biggest station, so both of us ran it. When he was there, I was there. When I was there, he was, and so on. So that was his Sunday to be off, my Sunday to be off. So whenever I came, so I was out there pumping some gas with some of the other fellows, but there were a couple of guys, customers who came into the place. They wanted to see me, wanted something else, I don't know. So I came in. They say, Sid, listen to the news. So I told him, what news? He says, the goddamn Japanese on that for us. I said, what are you talking about? Yeah, Pearl Harbor. They killed so far over 5,000 of our men. Well, I was just as shocked after all. You hear that, you're shocked. Killing our men and blowing up our battleships and stuff. We had our whole fleet practically there almost, you know that? They cut us our pants down. So, hell on this. I says, boys, that means war. I says, because we're not going to let those bastards get away with that. I says, now, you can go home, start saying goodbye to your wife and families. I'm going to have to do the same thing too, because I didn't know how safe I was with that draft board business. So, gee whiz. So here well, naturally, I was shook up. So I called my wife, Jean, that's your grandmother, Jean. And I says to her, I said, hey, did you hear the news? She says, yes. He says, what does that mean? Honey, we're at war. I says, God damn it, this is, you know, I says, I don't like the way it looks. It's going to be terrible. There'll be a lot of innocent people killed. But she says, I had war all day too with your son, you know, that's with your dad. He was acting up all day and I'm not behaving. And she had to give him a couple of whacks with a slap because she said, she doesn't know what was wrong with him. He just was behaving himself. He was acting up. And let's see, it's 41, right? Yeah. 41, he was born in what? He was about 8 or 9 years old. I see that. So I says, honey, don't look good at all. I said, I'm worried, really. Well, that's it. And sure enough, next day the President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, God bless his memory, he got on to the Congress and everybody, he spoke on the radio. He said, the day that will live in infamy. No, that's me. He says, we lived yesterday a day of infamy when the Japs in their sneaky way bombed the hell out of us in Pearl Harbor, killing all but 5 people, sailors on board. Because you know some of those ships up, there's still those bodies are still down there, you know that? They're still down at Pearl Harbor. And so he says, so here he says, he's declaring war because Hitler took come out the big ships that same day. He says, well, I'm going to Japs there and I'll declare war on the United States too. So that bastard too, he declared war on us that day. So Hitler did. So this way we declared war on him and all his so-called allies. And in the meantime, his only ally he had there was Mussolini that time, who was really a nothing, just a big fat blowhard, nothing. The Italian soldiers were the poorest soldiers of the war. They used to lose every battle they got into. Even whenever they had to fight Haile Selassie, the emperor of Ethiopia, when the Italians wanted to take over, the Italian troops were in there, and the natives even were able to kick the hell out of the Italians. The United States had to go in and help them. Oh boy. So I don't know. Oh, like I say, this is nothing. I could go on and on with all the different experience through those years of talk. But some things, you know, they still get to me. Because I think, what happened after that day? The people who were killed. Even in the family, too, and everything. Yep. I don't know. I thank God we did that bastard. So that's we got the Russians on our side because see, even Hitler made an agreement with the Russians to be allies in 42 because he knew that this way he could fight the United States by himself and England and France. So this way he made a sort of a treaty with Russia. Hitler did. But when they found out, the Russians found out how sneaky the bastards knew Hitler, the Germans were Hitler, that's what they were doing. They turned around and they declared war on Hitler too. That's how we got Hitler, the Russians on our side, which we are thankful because otherwise we'd have lost a lot of our men if it wasn't for the Russian soldiers who were fighting the Russians because this way Hitler was sending over his crack army to fight the Russians because the Russians had a pretty good army and everything. They were well prepared as well. So thank God this way it turned out to be a tough war for the Germans. Because after all, the Russians was so such a big country, and to get everywhere to do something with it, like Hitler was able to do with England or France, why he couldn't do that with Russia. It was fast, also Siberia and all that. So here, well, you see, Stalin took all his military manufacturing equipment to Siberia. He took it out of Russia. He was manufacturing it in Siberia. So this way the Germans couldn't get there to bomb those factories. So that's why in the meantime, the war was very bad. The winter gets very bad there in Russia. And the Germans took a hell of a beating from the winter. And too, but time as spring came along, the Germans were starting to retreat because the Russians were prepared. They had a good rest all winter, but they had different field fights here and there. But they were really able to sail into them. Until finally, what was it about what I said, in about 1945, by the time the Russians got into, Germany, and and Hitler had to commit suicide. Because he knew if he got caught, he would be, like he says, he committed suicide because he didn't want to be caught and carried around like a wild animal in a cage and be on exhibition all over the world. Because he knew what the hell the world had in store for him because of what he did. About the Holocaust.